Great dear friends, lovers of freedom, seekers of justice, my good people all over the world, I greet you all in the name of Choki Kabia Modigo Nyekerea. Coming your way today, it remains your very lovely one, the living Chukwumerije from the Temple of the Wilderness voice, and I throw a salute for all of you who are still standing in truth, all of you who are still committed and very resolute in our pursuit. Ekekero said, I should tell you, it shall be well with you. It shall be well with you. And for those who are doing everything to bedevil our efforts, you shall be confronted with doom in the fullness of time, because you cannot fight a cause that has divine backing. Today we are bringing some developments to you, the development happening around our cause, the cause of freedom and restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. And what are these developments today? In the premise of it, in the forefront, we are touching what the female judge, one of the three judges that set our indefatigable leader, Nnamdi Kanu, free in the Nigerian Federal High Court. And this lady, in her validatory program organized by the court in Lagos, she was so very clear. We are going to read her. According to her word, we are going to quote her verbatim at literatum. We're going to quote her verbatim at literatum. And also we are going to touch what Antonio Blinken, the Secretary of State, United States, what he said, and you will see why we are crying that the West are our problem. US, you can see the hypocrisy of the US. We will be touching that. Also, we'll be touching the development, what happened where the terrorists who carried out some gruesome attack, who carried out some mayhem in Anambra State. We are going to also touch that, and you will see the statement from the United States envoy.
The attack on the US.
What they said, you will hear it today, and you will judge for yourself. You know why we are crying and why we need to be serious, because what we are fighting is too enormous, but we can only succeed because we are having a kekerowa with us, and that is the only way. If not, what we are fighting is so hydra-headed, multiple-headed. We are fighting different. What we are, if it were to just be in the effort of man, we will go nowhere. Also, you will see the current developments. We will be touching a number of issues in this day broadcast, and this is the 17th day of May 2023. We are bringing it your way. Also, it suffices to say that there appears from the development so far, our Biafran international passport coming from the Biafran Republic government in exile is in the process. The Biafran passport, as the letters from our Prime Minister, Biafran Republic government in exile, is getting acceptance from the international bodies like the European Union and some other bodies that are still accepting and trying to see how they will come in to, and there is something you people must learn. We'll touch it. There is some kind of block politics between the Great Britain, who are the non-great inferior Britain, and the European Union, who were parts once, who were before now together. there are some politics that we are going to utilize the opportunity. Okay, so we are starting with a letter from this lady, this female judge, from the female judge who were one of the 3-member panel that set our indefatigable leader, our great Onyendu, the uncommon man, free in the Nigerian Federal High Court. The retired judge, Oludotun Adefokwe Okojie, who stated during this valedictory court session organized in her honor by the court in Lagos yesterday, we are going to quote her words verbatim and illiteratum, as written by Nigerian Sun, that's the Sun News editor, Voice of the Nation, Lukman Olabi. According to Lukman Olabi, one of the 3-member panel of justices of the appeal court that set free leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, of the treasonable felony charges preferred against him by the federal government, has revealed reasons behind their verdict to set him free. Behind their verdict. So we are going to read. According to this retired judge, the judiciary is the last hope of this country and must not allow itself to be influenced by any consideration other than to do justice in all matters. It must live up to its duty to protect the people and to deliver justice to deserving. In doing this, it must be insulated from politics and must, where necessary, be bold enough to call the executive to order. We continue. I stand by this position. No authority must be allowed to go against its own domestic laws and international laws to perpetrate any act against its citizens. The retired judge, who spent 27 years on the bench, maintained that it was not acceptable to conduct a trial more than 3 years in the Court of Appeal and an average of about 12 years in the Supreme Court. She noted that a country that seeks foreign investment must get its court system functional, accelerated and receptive to the needs of the domestic and international people. The judge also pointed out that no country or business want to invest in a country where judicial dispute takes forever to conclude at all. Justice Adefope Okojie therefore suggested that the judiciary should embrace arbitration to speed up the justice delivery. Now, you can hear what this woman is saying. She is telling you indirectly, it's not indirectly, she is outrightly telling you that the court, the judiciary itself knows that Nnamdi Kanu has no case. Nnamdi Kanu has no case whatsoever to answer. And that what we are all allowing to play, which is the fingering and manipulation of justice system, is all deliberate. That what we are seeing, it appears, because she is now telling the judiciary, her members, her colleagues who are still active in active service, not to allow what is happening to succeed. That they should disallow all the manipulations, all the inducement, all the underground game and chess games, all the underground game they are playing. But this case is very as straight as cigarettes. She is telling you that they have tested, they have tried that within the Nigerian laws, outside Nigerian laws, with international laws, that Nnamdi Kanu is not found wanting anywhere. But you are having a case of adjournment, and we will have, yes, I am not coming to falter the efforts of our barristers. They are trying, but we can't just keep allowing them rub it on our face that this man is free, but we can't set him free. That this man has not violated any law known to them, but that he will suffer indictment without law. He will suffer, he will be punished without offense. And this is a man we see as our leader. That means our entire race are as useless as anything, as inconsequential as anything. We are so that we are just mere noise makers. That we are just worthless. We are just worthless. That's just it. That you did just go through her words. Go through her words. We just quoted her outrightly. She said these things herself. That this man has not violated, he is not found wanting, that anything holding him down there is clear manipulation and violation of, it is anti-law, it is anti-international, anti-local laws. So, we waiting for a justice, a judgment that will never come, good for justice that will never come. It's almost a futile effort. It's something that will never produce any positive result, because we will wait forever. Now tell me, why is, okay, listen to what Zekome is saying here. Let's listen to Zekome.
They wanted to file a reply brief. I told their counsel, you can even, these points of law you are showing me which you want to file formally, you can stand up and say them orally, verbally, and we will not oppose. In any event, you are saying we raised a preliminary objection in our brief. It was raised in our brief, not as a separate document. But I believe that their own intention was to stall the proceedings, because he said he had the instruction of the Attorney General that he must reply to it. I said, no one is saying you should not reply, but it doesn't have to be in a written form. You can reply orally. We have all done it now and again by replying orally, verbally. He will not do that. So the Supreme Court said, in order not to show them out, they will give them a short time to file the reply within 2 days. Then I begged the Supreme Court, I pleaded with the Supreme Court to give us the shortest possible date, even this month or early next month. But they looked at their calendar and their docket that is pitiably full. It's so unfortunate this is the busiest Supreme Court in the world, because all manners of cases come here and politicians will fight themselves dirty and they will all end up here. But they looked at their dockets and discovered that the next available date
you heard
is
it
after
right.
the vacation, which will be 14th.
Well, listen to what this woman said. You listen to what this woman said. You heard it all. Now, put all this together, and from the comments from all corners, all sections of the country, those who are upright, they are telling you that clearly Nnamdi Kanu is a free man. He is upright man. He has not been found wanting in anything, in any way, and yet they will keep adjourning cases. And when you see the adjournment, what is the business of, just check the distance from now to September and the date in that September. Now, what is, according to the government, the federal government, there have been different cases here, so the calendar has been filled up. Imagine who are they telling that? That may a case that is as clear as this, a man that already had justice according to the law, you are not just out of wickedness, out of witchcraft heart, bewitchment, you just to make sure you suffer him. You want him, they don't want him to survive there. You are extending the judgment to September, and we will be boasting. Look at, we'll be boasting, and we'll be flashing fashions of, look at the people we call our brothers. Look at them. Look at them. Yeah, money will be Cubana. Anyways, it happened that they are the boys to the Jagaban. It happens, very unfortunate. And they don't know that these things they feel they have acquired, can disappear in just a statement, and under 20 minutes everything would have gone down the drain. When we keep chasing shadows, when we keep having brothers, when we keep having people who we say are part of us in our movement, who are fighting for freedom with us, and unfortunately these people are fighting against us. They fight every effort in right direction because they want us to remain in doing one thing, which make a lot of us cannot be proved. We cannot be proven wrong by what we are thinking about them. Their daily actions speaks volume. It speaks volume. None, you will see, I will see Antonio Blinken. Antonio Blinken said the American government, because he is not representing his personal interest, he is representing American government. He said that their government will be glad to work with Nigeria. We will be glad to work with this president-elect. While the same American government are still telling us, one, that they have not recognized the election, they have found the election wanting, unsatisfactory. They say a lot of things. Our people are not understanding the politics. They said they act this way to cool off your mind. You feel you have people with you. Before you know it, inauguration is done. Another 4 years have started. And before you know it, the incumbency will prevail. And before you know it, another Fulani will be installed, or its agent. Now we have the Okoko who want to just to get the crumbs from the table of the caliphate. Now what they want now is Senate presidents. You can't get the one that you can't protect the one you legitimately got, where the masses said this is what we want. And you think we will ever, and some of our social media facilitators, our social media crusaders, who are now getting brought over by politicians, when they rise to fame using Onyendu, support for Onyendu and Onyendu's cause, they get relevance. Before you know it, they begin to use it as against the movement. They feel they have arrived. They begin now to use it to cash out. That somebody will wake up and tell you they want to stop calling the name Biafra since it is posing threats. And let us go through, and we can get freedom from within. We can get economic emancipation inside the same oppressive government. And when you know that the government is really oppressive, that anything you build, they can destroy it, and nobody can come to your to intervention. Nobody, all the international media will see it and pay black ears. All the envoys, the foreign envoys, they will see it. They have been bought over. You know that this is the system that is so corrupt to the bone marrows. A system whose hearts have been seared. Will be a system like Nnamdi Kanu will say that has no nepotism. You know, the system of Nigeria has no nepotism. It has really rotten beyond repairs, irreparably. That is where you want to keep doing one thing for 20 years, 24 years. You want to keep doing one thing. You want to keep doing one thing. Election is coming again. Now Tinubu is already sworn in. Let's count it that way. and you'll be encouraged. Now they are consoling you. Okay, look at BBC. Look at what BBC is saying. For the first time, BBC is not seeing all the killings. It's not seeing all the annihilation, all the pogrom going on in Southeast. And we are still about to talking about the current developments now in Anambra. You see the stance of American government. This is where they are now deceiving you. You are cooling your mind. Hey, America have not congratulated him. Hey, these people have not congratulated him. Hey, so they are likely now to do. What do you think they will do? Now, French government have not. He is visiting France every day. As we speak, he's in France. The America, where he has his drug-related offenses, and there were evidences of his indictment. You know this is everywhere. That his international and local crime abounds. But he's going to rule over you. Is it not to stop Biafra? Anything to stop you. And you still don't want to wake up. You don't want to wake up. Other people are pressing buttons, coming together to set themselves free. Look at it. Go to, even within African states, they are fighting, waking up to set themselves free from the cord, from the grip of the West. They are waking up. You are still playing you with, oh God, what kind of heartless beings are you? You are still in internal wars. You are still in internal oppositions. You are still antagonizing each other. You are still trying to falter all the efforts of your brothers. And you think what they are giving you, they will not set you up tomorrow. You think all the little change, the things they are giving you, you feel you are getting rich. How long will it tarry? How long will it last? How long will it endure all of this? You will fall out of favor with them one day, and it will not take too long. All these things you are getting, I am advising you for free today. No matter how you have been found wanting, you've been involved in any evil, confess to some of your colleagues, some of our brothers, who if you can't come public, and go to your chi, confess, make peace with your chi, and come back. Because your only hope, your only freedom is the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. That is your only hope. I am giving you this advice for free today. You can make and we can amend your ways. It is possible. If there is no sin, there won't be forgiveness. We will forgive you. Whether you are a social media crusader who have used your platform against us, whether you are a obedient, whether you are IPOB fallen angels, it doesn't matter. What matters is where you start. Where you start getting it right, it matters more than your blunders. Your one correct thing from today that will stand can upturn and clear up of all your iniquities of the past, because we are very futuristic. We are very futuristic. Our brother states here in Africa are waking up. Burkina Faso have woken up. Mali, and you see them, they are all waking up. They are waking up and they are getting their freedom. If you don't wake up, we must subscribe the opportunities that are coming up. The BRIC states, China is the wrong egg among the BRIC states currently, but we can still utilize this opportunity. Now, from what is playing out, there is a very big probability that America, before next week, America will be congratulating Tinubu officially. Then you will know that you have been played, you have been fooled, you have been played. What you think they are doing now, you have seen their statement from Antonio Blinken, that and you remember from 4 days ago, what they did was they published the list of people who facilitated the electoral fraud, the democratic witchcraft that was carried out in Nigeria. You see what they listed, the people that were just partakers as people they have denied visa, they will not come to America again. Then the man, the architect of the crime, the electoral evil, oh, let me not even condemn the man, because the man is working according to what the country he represents stands for. Corruption. So corruption personified. That man is allowed American visa. But the other people that were part, just mere players, they have been denied visa. Can't you see American craftiness here? Bola Ahmed Tinubu will see the same man that has brought drug cases. Many kinds of complications he has in his profile. But this man is flying around the world free. You can't see, you can't open your eyes. You think it is all favoring you. It is not. It is not. You must wake up to these realities. Now you see this in America. They never cared for you. Now, just yesterday, the terrorists acting in the capacity of the state, they were supposed to attack. The attack was supposed to be against the American envoys, American representatives in Nigeria, in Anambra State. Eventually, they killed Igbo people. They killed Biafrans. Now, American government came to clear that there is no problem, that American citizens did not sustain any casualty. No casualty at all, not even one person. So that there is no cause for alarm. So there is no cause for alarm because it is not you. You don't matter. You don't matter. You are not a life. Your life doesn't count. Your life doesn't matter. Because it is Biafran people that were victims. So it's not a problem. According to their statement, they watch, see for yourself, because so that it will not be a social media gossip. This is what they are saying. See for yourself. Now, these are the people you are expecting to set you free. You have got to wake up to set yourself free. People are waking up. I am telling you, Burkina Faso have woken up. You are seeing Mali, they are waking up. You know what they are doing? They are looking the other way around, because the West, they are all partners in crime. They are crime delictos. They know what they are doing. They can't. So the earlier you begin to come together, so that we will know how we tilt towards the big state. We tilt towards the Kremlin. That will help us. That's my opinion, though. So you can hold your own view. Lovers of freedom, seekers of justice. Now, this is what Bola Tinubu is already saying. You know, the deception we gave room for already will keep thriving. Look at Bola Ahmed Tinubu in his statement. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president-elect, said one of his immediate goals is to implement institutional reforms. You see the person that is bringing the reforms. So what will be? It will be like the upliftment of Buhari, from top to bottom. From top to bottom. In institutional reforms and development programs that strengthens nations' democratic institutions and assist the poor and vulnerable Nigerians. Tinubu said this during the telephone conversation initiated by the United States Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken. A statement by the president-elect said the former Lagos State governor pledged to work to ensure continued positive relations with the United States and promised to hit the ground running and unify the country upon his assumption of office on Monday, May 29. Please share this video, like it, subscribe to our channel, drop your comments, recommend the video to your friends, your associates, to your well-wishers, to your family members, or to any group where you belong on social media. Just share it and encourage them to subscribe and follow us. The Biafran Republic government in exile is going to surprise a lot of people. Our brothers who are fallen angels A lot of them, I'm sure, very soon will understand that there is light after the tunnel, and that there is light and divine endorsement upon these lives, championing this cause now. And our supreme leader, Nnamdi Kanu, in divine arrangement, will be out to the shock of the press. It shall be well with us, he said. He said. The president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu said one of his immediate goals is to implement institutional reforms and development programs that strengthen the nation's democratic institutions and assist the poor and vulnerable Nigerians. Tinubu said this during a telephone conversation initiated by the United States Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken. A statement by the president-elect said the former Lagos State governor pledged to work to ensure continued positive relations with the United States and promised to hit the ground running and unify the country upon his assumption of office on Monday, May 29th. Tinubu said this during the discussion with Blinken. He recalled how the US had granted him asylum after he was forced into exile by the military junta of the late General Sani Abacha because of his tenacious fight for democracy in Nigeria. Tinubu de talk. However, Tinubu reaffirmed his democratic bona fide and stated that he believed that the result of the 2023 presidential election reflected the will of the people, the will of Nigerians. And he's saying that the same people who say they will not congratulate because the election is bedeviled with a lot of irregularities, is beclouded with all kind of anti-democratic activities. Now they are the ones listening to him. They are listening to him and they are reassuring him of working with Nigeria. These are the people you are listening to. Now the America you won't make it set you free. The America go come. Now then, and we are telling you to wake up to these realities. Wake up to the realities. You don't want to listen to us. You are busy fighting yourselves. You are busy being bewitching yourself. All the efforts of you will never recognize the efforts of your colleagues, your brothers in the same cause. If you are at all in the cause, because it is one thing to bear the name that you are in a cause and it is another thing for you to actually be in the cause. How come you are seeing all these things and you are still supporting let us go and elect? Now the same you people who are in the DOS, I will have to call them. You are telling people that you never supported the same election after the election. And you were crusading, and the worst of it all is when the journalists from Finland came. You told them outrightly that you are not with Simon. All the things they are doing, that you are supporting, you are not obstructing the democratic process. That you are still validating Nigeria. You forgot that these men were actually here to help you. To be the international media that will present your case to the rest of the world. But because of some of you who have compromised, because of some of you who are stark illiterate and permanently ignorant, because of some of you are enemies of progress, because of some of you are too jealous and have been bewitched by the spirit of jealousy, that you have found yourself in the road of no return, because shame will not allow you to come back. But we pray that Okojie will help you find your way back. Now you are seeing it. This is America. It is America. Now the next thing, inauguration week, you will hear you say, hey, we know what will happen. Everything, this one, even when you see things are working against you, you will fight, just paint it to just favor you. because you are opposed to truth. P2B, you have really done more harm to us than good. But in the end, we'll all see it because the chips must be down. The market, people will be first. I don't know if maybe I should read up the second part. He also expressed his determination to strengthen the Nigerian democracy and faithfully serve the people as their president, noting that he would work to unite the country and ensure that Nigerians are happy and enjoy the benefit of democracy and the progressive good governance. Tinubu the talk with all the thuggery, with all the humiliation, all the destructions and activities of the arsenal, which we know he cannot deny, because his silence over them means the actions are having his blessing, his endorsement. According to Tinubu, the president-elect added that without national unity, security, economic development, and good governance, Nigeria would not become a better place to live or play its proper role in the community of African nations. He argued the US to factor in Nigeria's important place in Africa and provide needed assistance in the areas of security and economic investment for the nation to lead the way and be a shining example to the rest of the continent. And Blinken was listening to him. We are reading from Vanguard. This is from Vanguard. Now from Guardian, Nigeria on Facebook. So, Ezekome, see him, he's giving his own efforts, but to me, all of this grammar speaking, all of this extension and the proliferation of words, it's not giving us the needed answer. It's not giving us the expected result. And they are out there. How will you just sit and allow this long extension and you are protecting our Ezekome? I believe you, I trust you, I double for you, but I am not really comfortable with this last development. And why would you allow court to extend it and you are not appealing it? And you will just speak the dodo drama and all of the tautologies, and the will of the enemies will keep prevailing. I am up with family. I am up on the family neighbor. I am not going to Nnamdi Kanu. Calendar
to rise and deliver the verdict within 19-day deadline. The case was therefore adjourned to September 14th.
That is the question of things.
So Biafra's agitator's lawyer is also seeking bail and transfer of the client from the custody of
subscribe to our channel
to Okojie Correctional Facility
TV.
Proper medical attention.
Like our videos.
After the court section, the lawyer to
leave your comments, drop your comments.
So from all intents and purposes,
recommend your friends.
The appeal was right.
Tell them this is where you get the truth.
The federal government came and said,
tell them
they wanted to fight.
Whenever you come here, you will get the raw truth.
I told
unadulterated one.
You can even,
and you will see clear intentions. We are not to fight anybody, but we are here to get Biafra. Biafra will come. And all members of the Biafra Republic government in Israel.
It was written in brief, not as a separate document.
We got cap.
But I believe
we thank you.
Own intention
we pray for you that take care of.
Because he said
we'll be with you.
Instruction of the Attorney General that
we pray for you
no one said you should not reply.
That
so it doesn't have to be a right.
You will go.
You can reply orally.
Now they give orally.
They will not do that.
Ụkwụ ahịa na-akpọ gị.
So the Supreme Court said, in order
Ma
not
unu ya dị ka echi.
to give them
Osisi furu unu tụba nkwe.
to find a reply with
Ifufe ya amadịkwu ya onu.
then I begged the Supreme Court, with the Supreme Court to give us the short
Onye furu unu.
date
Mama jijiji n'ụlọ ahịa na-adị na anyị ewepụ ya.
early next month.
Maka ihe ọbụla ji tụnye nke eji tụnye ya.
And they are looking that
Ụtọ a ka ọ dị.
immediately
Ka anyị ga ọka ọlị.
is so unfortunate.
Ka anyị ga ọka ọlị. Gọngọtọ. Ise. Dabara unu ise. Ebe nchukwu na-ebi.